circle, label, this side here becomes my opposite.
Opposite reciprocal.
12 is my, and x is my. Which trig function goes with?
Wait, how do you know if you're going to use a negative?
What's that?
Like, you know how you do like...
You only use this if you're finding the angle. You only use the inverse. Inverse is only for finding angles.
Oh yeah, you wrote that yesterday.
Only.
Oh, so if it has that little mark in it, no?
Sorry, I didn't hear. I was missing this cough. What's that?
If it has that little like mark.
Well, they all have the theta. I mean, this one just happened. You just happen to be given it's 51 degrees. If I didn't know what this was, then I'd have to find it. But then I'd have to know two sides.
Okay.
So basically, another way to think of it is, if you have an angle, you're not using inverse. Okay? You have an angle, you're not using inverse. If you don't have an angle, you're using inverse. Self-explanatory. We said this was cosine, so I'm going to write it out. Cosine of 51 is 12 over x. Which means I have to think about, remember, there's only two possible ways to write out trig problems when you're dealing with side lines. Your unknown's either at the top or your unknown's in the bottom. This one is the case where the unknown is in the bottom. So this was the one that you just do the exchange-o.
Yeah.
And my answer would be this. Do I even need a calculator to do that? Nope.
Back in long division days in textbooks.
Shut up.
It's really not.
It's my teacher. Stop making fun of him.
Where's the book? You need the book with all the whatever. Back in 1811.
I'm 206. I'm pretty good for 206.
Definitely.
What's that?
I said, but all of a sudden you just say we can't use calculators on the quiz.
I would write.
Then you have to write that.
No, I would write it.
Why?
No,
Can
but
you do this?
figure that out by yourself. Without
Oh, I would not make you do that by hand. I wouldn't make you do that by hand. No, because then I'd have to supply every one of you guys with a trig table, and then I have to understand. I have to figure out that you know how to divide by decimals.
And then he has to print for us.
I don't know how to do this. Last time I did
It comes back next year. It comes back a lot. Maybe, maybe not. What's up, Isaiah? Yep.
Classic. Calls on schedule, bro.
Start marking every day.
We should start charting this time.
What time is it?
Tori's doing it right now.
Don't say it.
Nice work, Tori.
Tori, you go every day after me, so.
Anyway,
It's 10:40.
sit.
February 2nd.
Hey, 6 more weeks of winter, guys.
Wait, never mind.
Hey, happy Groundhog Day.
Wait, is Groundhog Day today?
Yeah.
You found
You
out.
circle by me too, and draw an arrow to the 10. And that's your opposite.
Good job. Proud of you.
That means x is now the adjacent. What trig function? I'm not using a hypotenuse. What trig function?
Tangent.
Ooh, that's a triangle.
Once again, my unknown variable is where?
Bottom.
It's in the bottom, so you do
Exchange.
exchange-o. Very good.
Extended.
Extendo, chendo.
Don't say extendo anymore.
Kevin.
Kevin, get over yourself.
That's all it is, guys. Okay? That's all that is. What's it you didn't have? Well, you would press buttons then. When you get to this part, hey guys, please. Guys. Now, Austin, what I'm getting at here is, I may ask you just to do that. Because if you could do that, you can press buttons all day long. But this tells me that you know what in the world you're actually doing. This is what I want to worry about right
We're
now.
doing, cuzzo.
Because, well, that's what I've been asking you guys to do all along. Because as we get into this, I know a lot of people are like, wow, this is pretty easy and all that. But eventually, you're not going to have a diagram. You're going to actually have to think about what does it mean to be at a specific angle. What does it mean to be a horizontal distance versus a vertical distance from that angle? What does it talk about an angle of elevation versus an angle of depression? We get into all that kind of style stuff as we get into next week more. But to start with, yes, it is that basic. There's not a lot of nuttiness involved with it. And I want to make sure that we nail this down up front. And again, it does not change if you're trying to find angles. If you're trying to find angles, you do the same thing. You do the same setup. You walk through the same process as you would anything else.
Oh, this is where you do the inverse.
Right, because what are you trying to find? You're trying to find the angle. So I'm guessing, I'm probably going to suggest that you start by doing what?
Draw.
Well, usually it helps.
Wait, so
It's
for this
sine.
one, you want us to write down like sine -1/3/6?
I'm getting there.
You put the sign and put the little sign, and then you put equals. 3/6. Then you put the sign and then equals. Sign minus
What angle, which trig function are you using?
sign.
Sine. So the sine of something is 3/6.
Wait, what is it? What is it called?
What is what thing called?
The
This?
answer that F. Yeah, that thing.
Oh, it's theta, th.
Oh,
Theta?
yeah. TH, not F.
Theta. This would be theta. And that's
I feel
Theta.
like you've said theta before.
theta.
Theta.
I have a fake front tooth, so it's really hard for me to make those noises. So,
A lot of people have fake teeth.
I lost the fight against a metal rail. A bear. Yes, that's a much better story. I lost a fight against a bear. A metal bear.
Metal
A robot.
So our theta,
parentheses.
do you have to write 1/2? Nope.
No.
That's it. Press the button, you get 30. Why is it 30? Because when you have an opposite that's half of your hypotenuse, it has to be a 30-degree angle. Because no other triangle has that. Only triangles that have opposites that are half of a hypotenuse will be that. Yes, sir?
Are we going to be doing this way to solve for
We'll get there next week. But if you think about it, when you're thinking about, once you find this angle, if that's 30 degrees, what's that have to be? 60. Now, what's the easiest way to find the missing side length of a triangle? If you have two sides of a right triangle, Pythagorean theorem. And just use Pythagorean theorem. That's all you're doing. That's really all you're going to wind up doing. And that is what we get to toward the end of next week about solve. That's what's called solve the right triangle. Austin, what do you
How
got?
do you get 30 for the missing?
If I put this in my calculator, it spits out 30.
All right.
I know that it's 30 because the opposite is half the length of the hypotenuse. The only time that ever occurs is in that 30, 60, 90 triangle when the 30, because the 30 is opposite the, sorry, the 1 is opposite the 30. This was x and this was 2x. This is half of that. That's why I was getting at. So this is one of those things that if you forget this still works. Okay? That will still, the trig will still work. All right? Not too terrible?
It's pretty terrible.
Oh, we do another one. Yeah.
I actually did this. It took me like 5 years, but I got it good.
More like 5 days
Yeah. Probably 2, 3.
ish.
4. Tish.
I really gotta join. I know. It's not fair.
So again, you start the same exact way.
Is it possible?
I know, it's like beating a dead horse. Yes, I did. You're welcome.
I'm serious. Yeah, I know.
Hannah? She did? Why doesn't that surprise me?
What? No. Yeah, she got 2 hours.
The side length over here is my opposite. I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is. Riley, you got a question?
No.
Okay, I didn't know.
I was looking at my finger.
13 is my what?
You're adjacent.
17 is?
Hot meat. The noose.
Cosine. Very good. I'm going to use cosine to set it up. What's up?
Can I go up there right in?
Oh, I'm
So he's already doing it.
How do I show what I'm going to put in the calculator on paper? What do I write down? Theta.
Parentheses.
13, 17, parentheses. 13 over 17.
Push some buttons and then you're done.
40.12.
There you go.
40.119 or something like that. So it's 40.12.
119.166.
Yeah, so 40.12.
Perfect.
Seriously, man, an argument. I'd rather do this when you guys argue about things.
Should I do it?
All right.
I'm perfectly fine with everything she said. The only thing that makes me like think twice about it is the 18 hours long. I did not know if I could be on a phone for 18 hours.
I was on a 45 hour.
You still have a butt.
I was on a 25 when I was done working.
What is it, one way?
So, again, I want you guys on these.
Direct flight?
I want you guys on these to write down everything that you're going to do.
That's it, no sauce.
Well, you can solve it by all means, but I want you to write out everything. I want you to go through the idea of labeling everything through. The better you get at that now, the easier everything else becomes. Okay? Everything gets so much easier later.
Wait, Mr.
Yeah.
Give me the homework like really fast.
Yeah.
Is this our homework?
It is. I'm sorry, we can make it more
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
You guys.
All right.
That's a butt?
Go ahead and get started. You got some time here. Just work quietly, please, and I'll pick up the spares. You got spares?
Yeah.
Might want to leave for one, please.
Can I listen to my music?
Yeah, go ahead. If you want to listen to your music, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't care, but I'm too good for this.
I don't need
Yeah.
Perhaps with the what? You can light a bottle on fire again.
What?
You can light a water bottle on fire.
Yesterday was fun.
Come on, guys. We got stuff to do. Let's go.
That was a classic.
That was funny. Okay, thank you.
Like, who is it?
Be fast now. Yeah, Paige is really nice. Yeah.
Can you tell her I said him? Wait, send her send me a say, do you remember him? No, just.
Wait, egg coming.
Oh my god.
Do you remember him?
Okay, he was like, hi.
Do you remember him? Where'd you? Alright, you better.
Predatory. Wait, what'd
Come on, guys. Let's roll. It's all right. Yeah, give me 1 second to toss this out, okay?
Wait, Mr. Murphy.
Yes, ma'am.
No, leave that